Alrighty, thank you, Nightwing, for that excellent run of hosting. So I'm Darth Chelsea, and gonna read some donations. So we got a $500 donation from Nightmare, who said, "My father passed away today after a short battle with cancer. I would like to make this donation in his memory, as he was always a strong supporter of many charitable causes, and is the reason I support so many charities as I can today. He also introduced me to computers and gaming at an early age on a Commodore 64 with text-based adventure games and into NES, then SNES and beyond. I wouldn't be the gamer I am today without him." Arborescence donated $10. "Love the work you guys do. Splitting my donations this week. Shout out to Stark Industries Team 4. I'm expecting you all to donate. Good luck to all the runners." Ken Kersel donated $150. "Hey guys, this is my third GDQ that I've watched, and I felt so bad for not donating, so there is $50 for each one I've watched. Keep it up, guys. Always a blast to watch all the great runs." And we still have heaps of donations about that amazing Halo run by Garish. Bear Pig Man donated $10, saying, "That was single-handedly the best run of the marathon. Congrats and good luck on the rest of the runs. Putting my money to name the dog in Earthbound after my cat, Tessie." And up next, we have Azure Striker Gunvolt 2, run by the amazing John Carls.
But can I get a quick roll call on my couch?
I'm Tina Hacks.
I'm Spike Vegeta.
So Spike, I have a question for you before we start. Is this a place that you feel like we can be honest?
Oh, absolutely.
We can be H, as the kids say?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Raise your hands or type Frank or Z in the chat if you have no clue what this game is whatsoever. Including Spike. Okay, okay. Good, me neither. So we're going to go ahead and start, and Tina's going to tell us a little bit about the game, I guess. But this is Azure Striker Gunvolt 2 for the 3DS. Shoutouts to Inti Creates. You can get this game for $23 on Amazon right now.
Oh, for real?
And you get the first Azure Striker. It's basically an unbeatable deal.
What a deal.
Yeah. Okay, so we're starting now. Hey.
That was a good kick pedal.
Yeah. You know, gotta go strong.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that we can explain a lot of this game just right up front by saying this is very anime.
Yeah, Azure Striker Gunvolt actually translates from Japanese to crazy anime explosion simulation.
Yeah, I think that's right.
So that's basically what this game is. There's a lot of J-pop and a lot of waifus and a lot of things. So, Tina, why don't you tell them what the heck this is about?
Sure. So you're this dude, Gunvolt, and he has a gun and he uses electricity to kill people. So I don't know where they got the title from. But you're going to notice that John is running through a bunch of enemies. That's a skill that you have called pre-evasion. It's not just evasion, but you do it before you do it. So what you're going to notice is that as he runs through enemies, his little bar on the bottom falls down. And once you completely deplete that bar, then you can take damage. The other way that you can take damage is if you're using your electricity at the time that you get hit. Other than that, you're basically invincible.
Yeah, so the game starts off, the end of the first game, your girl slash waifu, spoilers, sacrifices herself for you and dies. But now she's in like her butterfly spirit phase, and we're gonna see she's gonna resurrect us from the dead at one point. But she turns us Super Saiyan like this right here. And there's our butterfly waifu, so she's really sweet. But we have a new waifu because our old waifu's dead, and they get jealous of each other. So it's just very anime. It's a very strange game.
Yeah, but it's nice. She lives on inside your heart.
Yeah. So when you're in this state, you have no EP, so like you can constantly use your electricity and Pervasion without having to recharge it, and you also can kind of float and fly in any direction. So here we're gonna have a pretty easy, quick first boss. These are kind of tutorial stages to show you how to play as the characters.
Yeah, so the basic idea of the combat in this game is that the gun, the little pea shooter that he's using right there, it's not actually doing a lot of damage. It's a technique called tagging the enemy, which is actually what's allowing you to do all this damage with the lightning. He is fitting in basically chip damage with the gun, but yeah, the bulk of it, it's already dead. He's filling in the bulk of the damage with that lightning attack.
Yeah, and you saw me use a giant anime cutscene attack there called Astrosphere that you see a lot. All of the bosses also have their own ridiculously named anime cutscenes that are pretty amazing. And we use these throughout the run to basically, at no point in this run are we going to level. Normally, if you're playing this game casually, you're going to level up and you're going to craft different items that you're getting here at the end of the screen and get different abilities, but we just go straight through the game without any leveling. So we're going to use these attacks to our advantage in the boss fights to be able to actually take them down without leveling and upgrading and creating new weapons and stuff. And here's a second character named Kopin. So you can play the whole game as Kopin, or you can play it as Gunvolt. And to get the true ending, you have to beat it as both. But this is the only time we'll have to play as Kopin here. And
yeah, and I know you said it's not terribly interesting. You basically just play the exact same game twice through with the two different characters.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting for a casual perspective, but for a speedrun, like nobody's ever done a full speedrun of it just because it's it's not exactly, you just have to play a lot of the same levels and bosses over again. But as you can see, he kind of flies over all the levels, so the game is quicker to beat as Kopin, but I find Gunvolt's movement more interesting. And we didn't fall in the pit, so that's good.
Nice.
That often happens.
Yeah, so you're basically going through almost like two different intro stages, introducing you to both of these characters, and then it will give them the option of which one to play as.
Yeah. And a lot of people don't know this, but this game is actually based on the true life adventures of Joe Biden. So.
Is that true?
Yeah. So I mean, it's like a loose interpretation, I think. But so all of you political buffs out there.
You were giving me all that prep commentary. You didn't tell me the most important part.
I know.
All the lore.
Yeah, you got to respect the lore. That's the most important thing. And I kind of hate this level, and I hate playing as Kopin because I suck at it. So I'm pretty pleased that we didn't die. That makes me. And you'll see he tags enemies by flying his whole body into them. His gun doesn't work the same way. But again, this is the last time we'll see him as a playable character. We'll actually fight against him later. And the two storylines intertwine with each other. So it's kind of cool. Do you want to talk about the story and how it's like X-Men, basically? Sorry, NT creates.
No, there's definitely some parallels. So you've got these people called adepts that have magic powers, basically. And we've got a group of them called Eden, who wants to kill all of the non-magic humans. And we're playing as an adept when we play as Gunvolt. And Gunvolt appears to be the one adept who doesn't really want to kill humans. So,
yeah, which is good, I guess. Yeah.
It's nice. It's nice to be nice to people.
Yeah, right.
I'm not saying NT Creates stole it from X-Men. I'm saying Mega Man X stole it from X-Men, and then they stole it from Mega Man X. Is what I'm saying.
Glad we have that tree of events all marked out pretty well.
This fight is very quick, boss fight. This guy's always very weak. You fight him 3 times in the run, and I don't really know why. And the most important part of the run is for me to pick the correct character.
Oh, please.
Which I have many times
we're only 5
not
minutes
done.
in. You got it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Your estimate can handle it.
Yeah, it happens. So we're going to skip a cutscene, but if we hit start too many times, it's a bad thing. So I'm going to be real careful here. We did it, guys.
Nice. All right.
Woo! I think that's worth a cheer. We picked the right character. That's always important. And now it's kind of like in like a Mega Man style game where you can play the game in any order that you want through the different levels and bosses. We do these in a specific order to pick up a specific item that is really useful for fighting the different bosses. And we could probably, I'm just going to be doing some standard movement through this stage. You could probably read off a donation or two if you'd like.
Absolutely. So Tina Hacks donated $20.
Aw.
Hey John Carls, good luck with your gun vault run. This donation goes to the good ending in Avenging Spirit, and I'll be donating another $20 per death to the good ending incentive.
Hopefully it's only $20. I really don't want to do good ending for Avenging Spirit.
That's a really good reason for everybody to donate towards that, I think.
People were saying that game was like Mario Odyssey and like how you possess things and everything.
Yeah.
I was seeing like Ghost, like the Whoopi Goldberg movie.
Yeah.
Is that more what it is?
It's like Kirby meets Ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to watch that movie now, by the way. I'm sorry, read another donation.
I mean, we can watch it right now if you want.
Oh, can we actually?
Yeah, I can pause the game.
Oh, okay. Would that be a problem? All right, go on.
So am I reading a donation?
You can read a donation, yeah. Sure.
Sure. Anonymous donated $10. My wife, son, and I watch sgdq together every year. This one will be no exception. Hello, Aiden.
Hi, Aid.
Thank you.
I don't know which camera we're looking at this point.
Duran donated $25. Well, hey there, John Carls. Had to donate during your run. See you in chat.
Thanks. I probably won't be in this chat specifically, but probably a different one.
That'd be pretty impressive.
The other Jim donated $150. Thanks to all the runners and good luck on your runs. Also, save the animals.
Yeah, save the animals, guys. Troll the speedrunners.
So we want to talk a little bit about just the UI that you have on screen right now. So in the top left corner, that's actually his health bar. When that depletes, that's when he's going to die. Underneath him, it's like you said, it's an EP bar. Imagine it kind of like your magic points in this game. But it's utilized for two different reasons. One, it's going to allow him to use his different special attacks, like the lightning attacks you would have seen back there, but also run through these enemies in a technique, what's it called again? Prevasion. So as you see him running through them, it's taking chunks that way, which is also denoted by the percentage counter up in the top left corner as well. So a lot of what John has to do is kind of route out when he's going to be using that almost like as a shield. And you see over time it gradually comes back a little bit faster. It might seem like it's going fast, but he's running through enemies so quickly that it can chunk away at that very quickly.
Yeah, and then you can double tap down to refill it, but that takes time. Also, you notice I skipped a door to finish this level. That's because we need to get an item called the Crash Bolt. It's going to automatically work to open up every door for the rest of the game, and it's going to make every boss fight faster, so it's worth the extra time. And here's a little menu. Nothing more exciting than a menu. And this is the worst boss fight, so I'm not going to talk during this. But you guys can talk, all of you.
Yeah, sure. The biggest thing you guys can look at is just purely if you want to know the health of the boss, it's going to be in the bottom right corner. You're going to see it's denoted by these like two little breaks in it.
Chunked into thirds.
Yeah, into thirds, and each of those are a different phase. I know John worries about this. One of the top two worst fights in the game. That's why he does it first. Do you want to explain any more specifics of it?
Yeah, so the first phase is going to go pretty quickly. This boss is going to throw a bunch of little red things at you that lay traps and such. We're coming up on...
Mr. Crash Bolt.
In just a minute, we're going to be coming up on the second phase. So the second phase is a phase where the boss is going to start just rushing along the ground, and it makes it hard to tag her, which is pretty annoying. So here you're going to see that there's only a couple of chances to tag. And then after that is going to be the final phase.
Use the attack. This is going swimmingly. That's not accurate. It's not going well, but that's okay.
No, this is going well. And this is one of the hardest fights in the game.
Also, each of those specials you're using, in the bottom left corner you see the SP, those three different cards effectively. Each of the different attacks, the special attacks he has, like Lightning Bolt, it will use up those cards. You'll see it slowly fills back up, also just when you're doing attacks and just in generally. So he has to be careful about routing those out to use them in the right spots.
Igon Maiden! They yell a lot of things in this game. Some of it's nonsense.
Ooh.
Okay. This is not going well.
So this final phase is why this is the hardest fight in the game. So you're going to notice that she bounces around this cage, and she leaves a trap that's going to turn into a big spike every time that she touches a wall, a ceiling, the floor.
You also just notice, for whatever reason, in this final phase, her defense is
I got resurrected. Yay!
Hey, that's a random chance. All right.
So it's like a 50-50 chance if you're bad at the game like I am that you get resurrected here. Your waifu's got your back. Man, that's the first time I've ever died at GDQ. It happens. Had to happen eventually. That's what Gandhi
Almost there. Yeah.
said. Woo! That was a rough one.
Dude, best waifu. Nice.
Best waifu. One of my favorite waifus, to
Literally
be perfectly
saved
honest.
the run.
Yeah. So that happens pretty often on that fight. It's like at least 50%. It might even be higher. It costs like 15 seconds to go through that.
Yeah, and I guess we don't exactly know what lowers the chances of that, because it's not just a straight 50-50
It's
every
just
time,
random.
right? Yeah.
It just happens.
We think maybe it goes down as we go through. There will be a couple times where we're going to try to force it later on in the run.
Yeah.
But when that will be a 100% chance.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just depends on how